Welcome to the Bullshit Goals podcast, and this is our special edition Stanley Cup playoff prediction round. And here we're going to start off in the Western Conference with the number 4 and 5 seeds. That would be Anaheim Ducks and Nashville Predators. And I believe we have Jason on the line. Jason, are you there?
I am here. I'm ready to go. Excited.
Okay, so we thought we'd try something new here at Bullshit Goals in honor of the playoffs, and which start tonight, as a matter of fact, as we record this. A very exciting time. All right, so let's start here.
Just to confirm for our 20 listeners, these Western first-round predictors, when we played these games, I was under the assumption that these one game, this is basically what the tone of the series and the eventual winner of the series, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We're just doing one game. We're not doing the whole best of 7 because we do have lives. Well, you do.
Thank you.
We have lives outside of this podcast, so we unfortunately couldn't play an actual best of 7 series. So basically, all the marbles were on the line here for this one game.
Gotcha.
And we'll start off with the Anaheim Ducks versus Nashville. I was Anaheim and Jason was Nashville. And we're just going to watch some main highlights here. A nice steal by Teemu Selanne in the neutral ice.
Of course you would play that one. Of course you would play that. Just a random Teemu highlight.
Yeah, pretty random. Probably the only highlight that I'll show that doesn't actually end in a goal, but I just wanted to get you started off on a sour note.
Emery and Pekka were playing their rear ends off.
I know, and you know what? When I look at the Ducks roster, I think they have a good shot, but then I just remember in the back of my mind that Hiller's out, and that's just a big blow for them.
Emery he's got to have some experience in the playoffs, right? From Philly days?
No, he didn't play last year because he got injured 20 games into the season, and that was the end. Nice steal by McMillan, whoever that is. Oh, that one was off the post, backhander. So yeah, this was a pretty boring game, which is why I'm showing a couple lame highlights. Right off the bat, 2 good chances in the first period for the Ducks. So here's Nashville causing some trouble in the offensive zone. I think you had a good shot at this goal, at scoring here on this spinorama move with this guy Ward, because Emery was down on his luck here, but you shot it right into his crotch.
I remember feeling this game is really boring after one period.
Yeah, Corey Perry with the 1930s World War II bomber jet haircut here.
He's a flyboy.
Yeah. He goes down for a 4-minute double minor for high sticking. Now, this is the third period. We're still tied 0-0. You got a 4-minute power play out of that.
Uh-oh. Deep
into the third period, and Boosh, Bobby Ryan with a shorthanded goal, opening up the scoring, 1-0. How do you like that one?
I'll tell you what, I don't like it. I don't like that it immediately followed a look at Corey Perry's Newsies haircut. I was already feeling bad, and now you show me this, and I'm thinking, this game has been so boring, and everybody's making saves, and you get a short-handed goal. Are you kidding me?
I think that's perfect, though, because it's one of those things where the game was so tight and the coaches had done their prep work and everything was so evenly matched that it was going to take something like either a shorthanded goal or a bullshit goal, if you will, to really turn the tide in this game. And that's just what happened there, in my opinion.
I would just like to point out that a part of me, as we're recording this, feels so weird inside that we're talking about our game as if it's a real predictor for real life.
This is just the end of the game. That was probably your best shot at tying this puppy up. You're still in the power play. 42 seconds to go. And nice little 2-on-1. But you ended up hitting the side of the net there, the post. Another good chance there, but it looked like you were hooked up at the last second.
Of course, and no call.
No call. Bobby Ryan hooked you up. And so the Ducks prevailed, 1-0. Emery with the huge shutout. So, I mean, folks might want to take him on your fantasy teams here.
Basically, what you need to know about that series, then, it's going to be tight, it's going to be contested, and it's probably going to be one error that ends up costing Nashville the entire series.
Which is pretty accurate for a number 4, number 5 seed game.
We're looking for a significant goaltending play. and limited scoring in that series.
So now we'll move on to the Phoenix-Detroit series. Detroit, of course, the 3 seed, and Phoenix, the 6 seed. And again, another team who's never made it out of the first round of the playoffs, Phoenix.
And Detroit's playing hot right now.
I was Detroit, Jason was Phoenix, and another wild one.
This game actually had some excitement in it.
Okay, so right off the bat, bad penalty to take there on the Belarusian Ruslan Saleh.
I like this as your new move, by the way.
Just tripping you, Supermaning on the ice. And then right off the ensuing face-off, after that penalty, a laser needle BB by Keith Yandle, one of my favorite names in all of the NHL. Yandle puts it, let's see, glove side over Jimmy Howard. Good goal. I think it was a good goal. A little bit of a screen. It was quick right off the face-off, and you can't stop a guy named Yandle.
No.
So Phoenix off to the early lead, which I think is something that they're going to have to do if they have a chance in real life in this series.
You got to take it to Detroit.
Yeah, they're going to have to take a lead and hold on to it for sure. So it's 1-0 now in the second period.
Wow, look at it.
And another one of my famous, I'm going to trip him up and let him take a penalty shot.
Yeah, this seems to be, once again, that's your MO.
But I remember saying when I saw the replay that that's a fucking dive. So here we have a penalty shot, which is a pretty big deal in the playoffs.
And actually, I'm embarrassed that you're showing this one, because this is maybe one of my worst penalty shot efforts of all time. It really turns into like a modified Bill Guerin attempt.
Yeah, except you shot it backhand while you were like skating away from the goal.
There's nothing good about it.
I specifically remembered not even like touching the remote. I didn't even attempt to make the save. It just kind of happened. Oh yeah, so there's a penalty on Shane Doan right after the penalty shot. So that puts Detroit on the power play. And the Swede Cronwell comes into the high slot, puts a little juke move in, and knots the game up at 1.
Shane Doan feels great shame.
So Detroit answers pretty quick here.
And we're all knotted up, which is kind of what you would expect. You've got to kill Detroit.
Oh yeah.
You can't just take little 1-0 leads.
And here we have what I think was somewhat bullshit.
Highly questionable, at least.
Another shot from the point by Yandle, and apparently Whitney deflects this. And the puck right there is really close to his stick. It's hard to tell. I mean, that's one frame. It's hard to tell if he actually deflected it. I think it went off Rafalski's wrist.
Could have.
Then it hits Howard right there on his right pad, drops onto the ice. It's kind of done. No more momentum. But then Rafalski somehow steps on the puck
and just shoots it out.
And shoots it off his skate while also kicking Howard and pushing him back. And then it goes off Howard's toe, then hits the post and goes in after Rafalski may or may not have smacked it with his stick blade there as well at the end.
Yeah, at the very end, he just wanted to make sure it went in.
Yeah, I'm calling that bullshit, especially this part of the game.
But I think the same goals that we would call bullshit in the regular season and playoffs, some might call lucky.
Not me. I'm giving that a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, but just because it's not one of the worst ones we've ever seen. I'm gonna go 3. But we're about the same.
All right, 3.5. I mean, you could tell that Rafalski knew he was fucked because at the end there he smashes his stick.
In a game this tight, you don't need a crazy BS goal like that to decide anything.
So 3.5 out of 10. And here again, another answering goal by Detroit, who in their history always have huge answering goals. So right off the face-off here, Datsuk wins an important face-off in the defensive zone with only 4 minutes to go in the game, down 2-1. And a big juicy rebound there, right out to Holmstrom, who nails the target.
There's no BS there, just a bad rebound.
Here we are, 43 seconds left in the game. Couple good chances by Phoenix, who's really turned it on here at the end. Detroit takes a delayed penalty for boarding, and in 10 seconds left with 6 men on the ice, probably not. I doubt Howard even got out, or Brizgalov even got off the ice yet. But just a kind of a breakdown for the Red Wings here. A mental lapse. Maybe they thought time was rolling down. I don't know. But there's the boarding call. The puck just kind of sits in no man's land. And
then I kind of basically I grabbed the puck. I remember this. And then Jimmy Howard's legs went closed and then open.
Yeah, Jimmy Howard was hugging the post. He was hugging.
There was no way to score unless he opened his legs.
And pretty much the instant you shot it, he decided he's gonna go down, and so the 5-hole was wide open. It was just a really opportune shot, I think. And this is a heartbreaker. This would suggest you scoring here at the end of the game, 10 seconds ago, would suggest a 7-game series, I think.
We have to say 7-game potential Phoenix coming out on top.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do it in Detroit though, in Game 7.
I'm glad that you said at the begin about 2 minutes ago, Phoenix has absolutely no shot. And then 2 minutes later, our BS Goals predictor says that they're gonna win the series.
Well, we'll fix that in post. And here, Detroit's last-ditch effort, Holmstrom, who already had the game-tying goal earlier, with a nice slap shot from the high slot, and of course, Dan Cleary decides to block it with his knee.
No!
And that's the game. So yeah, hey, I would love to see Phoenix roll over Detroit. And according,
you don't want to see Detroit Pens finals?
No, never again. You don't know how. That's when my hair turned gray.
It wasn't during the whole power play percentage episode of like 2 seasons ago with that old power play coach.
Oh, Mike Yeo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Yeo had something to do with it too. So there you have it. In our first 2 Western Conference Stanley Cup prediction matches, we have the Ducks prevailing over the Predators.
In a close match. Close.
Which is very common for a 4-5 matchup. And then the big upset, Phoenix coming back probably in a Game 7 against the Red Wings.
Which may or may not be something that Matt believes is at all possible.
I gotta go with the predictors. We put too much stake in this.
That's right.
So thanks for joining us for this special episode of Bullshit Goals Podcast. We look forward to having you back for the next round of the Western Conference.
And remember, that's why they put the replay in the fucking game.
Indeed.